This is Mike Franklin. I'm the owner of this 1962 Piper Colt, PA 22108, and today I'm going to discuss a topic I've been getting a lot of questions on regarding the coverings for this airplane, the fabric, and so I'm going to review that with you. First of all, I'm going to show you what is. People talk about fabric. It's called Cetanite. And it is a polymer. It is a product that's designed to last the lifetime of the airplane. The original coverings were canvas with dope, and that's organic, and it tends to deteriorate. It can dry rot and so on and so forth. But that was replaced by Cetanite in 1981. And that's in the log books. Just look under the airframe. Just look under the airframe. Let's see, go under logs data and go under the airframe for 1981, and you can read about what was done there. But I'm going to go back and talk about the coverings here. So the tops of the wings are metal. Okay, the let's go back home page. So the front cowl is metal. Everything up here is metal. Obviously, the wing or the wheel supports are metal, and the struts. These are brand new sealed struts. Those are metal. They're oil filled. That was an airworthy directive. That was in excess of $3,000 to replace both sides. But the Cetanite is, the doors and the area back, including the horizontal and vertical stabilizers. So underneath here is tubing, aluminum tubing, and, covered in Cetanite. And again, my understanding, I'm not an expert, so you may want to do your own research, but from the people I've spoken to, Cetanite is, is expected to last the lifetime of the property of the airplane. It is the replacement of the Cetanite is not based on age; it's based on condition, and I believe that the condition of this Cetanite is good. I don't know if I would call it excellent, but it's in good shape. Certainly relative to other airplanes of this type. The ailerons are also covered, and so you're talking about this area back here, and these horizontal stabilizers. So like I said, I've been getting a lot of questions of how old it is, and more relevant question would be what is the condition, and I think the condition is good. There was concern brought up about this under the wing. There's some access plates for the cabling, and one of them had popped off and it had to be replaced. And as you can see, there's fraying around here, and there was concern that could, if those popped off and the wind got under there, it could cause, additional damage. I'm told this isn't a big issue, that you can basically create a liner around the outside and then pop the caps back in and it'll be fine. It's more of a cosmetic issue. But at the annual, I'll have it looked at carefully and make certain that there isn't any structural issue. Let me show you a closer image of that so you can see specifically what they're talking about. And there you have it. So, if these pop off, then the wind can get underneath there. So I think it needs to be secured a little bit. But I'm told that this is a very common issue, and it's not a big deal. It can be readily repaired. And so, like I said, I'll be addressing that in the annual. Let's see. So what more is there to say about it? Um, so again, I'm told that um, that the age of it is not particularly relevant. It's the condition. But if that's a concern of yours, I suggest do your own research and talk to people that you feel comfortable are in their expertise on it, and that's your call to make. When I bought the airplane, I obviously was concerned about that. I looked into it and I inspected it, and I spoke to my A&P about it, and we concluded that I could expect this to last a long time. If I didn't believe that, I would not have bought the airplane, and I also would not have subsequently spent all the money on the comm radio, on the ELT, on the ADSB in and out, on a vacuum pump and starter and sealed struts and headliner and LED lights all the way around and airspeed indicator and attitude indicator and the list goes on. So I would not have done all those things if I didn't think that the coverings were an enormous issue. So that's my opinion. That was the judgment I made. If you have an interest in this type of airplane, then look into it, and it would be prudent to do your due diligence. If you have issues with this, I think that this is one of the better Colts out there, or airplanes of this nature. I would say it's better than 90% of them would be my guess. And so if you have or your people have issues with that, maybe an all metal airplane would be more appropriate for you. But anyway, I think it's in very good condition, and I think the airplane will be flying for many years to come. Those are that's my response to the questions regarding the recovery. Again, the question is, when was it recovered? It was recovered in 1981. You can see it in the logs. But again, asking the age of it, I think it'd be more relevant to ask the condition of it, and I think the condition is good. Again, this is Mike Franklin, Piper Colt for sale.com. Feel free to give me a call if you have any questions. But all the logs are here. Both the airframe log and the engine logs. And these are the most current entries. Here's the manual for the airplane. This is the most recent engine oil analysis. And these are the invoices for everything that I've spent on this airplane since I bought it 4 years ago. So you can see every penny that I've invested in this airplane. And that is our discussion about the covering for this 1962 Piper Colt. Again, Mike Franklin, 315-876-2262. Piper Colt for sale.com, 315-876-2262. Thank you.